I'm Richard Taylor. It's the 21st of September 2017 and I'm here on Madingley Road in Cambridge near the junction with the new Eddington district of the city, and there have been many reports over the last couple of weeks about traffic problems here, suspected due to the traffic lights at this junction causing tailbacks up Madingley Rise towards the M11. Now all is flowing reasonably well this morning. We do have somebody here in a van monitoring the situation. Yesterday they had the traffic light control box open, had a computer attached to it. Today I think so far they're just monitoring what's going on. There have been some concerns that tailbacks here could lead back to the M11, and of course that would be incredibly dangerous and hazardous. The County Council yesterday said that they were going to send a senior engineer down to the site this morning to look at the situation, hopefully address it. If I do get the opportunity, if they approach me, I'll ask them what's going on, what's being done, and whether the problems have been addressed. At the moment though, at 10 to 8, all is looking quite quiet here, but of course I need to go up and have a look at the queue on the way in, as I have done. So there seems to be slow traffic coming in towards the Park and Ride junction, but at the moment this second set of traffic lights here at the Eddington junction doesn't seem to be causing an issue. This is a sequence starting at 7 minutes to 8 in the morning, and what we're looking at here is I'm looking head on at the traffic coming in from Madingley, and the question is whether these traffic lights in the foreground are holding up the queue which is coming in from outside the city. So it's now approaching 8:15. That was the time lapse, about 20 minutes from 7 minutes to 8 till about 13 minutes past 8, and all the traffic appeared to be flowing quite well. One thing I observed is the traffic lights don't appear to be synchronised between those at the Park and Ride and those here at the Eddington junction, and that is causing a problem. I would have thought that if they were synchronised, the traffic would flow through a lot better. Now, what I'm going to do now is go for a walk up the queue and see if there is a queue going back towards Madingley and towards the M11, and see if there's a problem on the M11 slip road at all. Plenty of room for this bike to go past. So I think that's a good illustration of the problem there. There's just a lack of synchronisation. So it looks to me, having stood here and watched a few traffic light cycles, that the problem is just a lack of synchronisation between the lights, and occasionally you get both lights stopping and you get something that's happening which is meaning that people aren't coming through on a whole cycle, and then the traffic builds up towards Madingley. So overall there's plenty of capacity here on this road and at the junction. It's just the traffic lights need to be put into sync. We've now got cars joining the back of the queue there using the hard shoulder. I'm not going to disturb the man who's directing the traffic lights this morning, because of course he might be doing a safety critical operation. I don't want to disturb him, but if he does appear sort of to stop what he's doing and appears available for a chat, then I'm going to go up and say hello and ask him whether he's fixed the problem. Hello. Have you got some time to speak to me? So have you been controlling the traffic lights manually this morning?
No.
So have you managed to address the problems that people have been...
You're not allowed to film me.
Of course I'm on a public highway. No. So have the issues been addressed now with the traffic that's been building up on the way into the city? So do you think that apparently there have been 30 reports of...
Yep. Can I have someone down here in the police as well? I'm being filmed, I'm being interviewed, and I'm not happy. I don't know who it is, just standing there with a microphone and a camera. Radio. Okay. Cheers, bye.
So can you tell me who you're working for this morning? Are you working directly for the County Council, or are you part of the University of Cambridge, or...? So, no response there from this gentleman. He says that he's not manually controlling the traffic lights this morning, so I don't know what he's doing. He did... So the man picked up his phone and he pretended perhaps to be talking to someone and asked if he could have somebody down here, perhaps including the police, because he was being filmed and being asked questions. I don't know whether he was really doing that, or I can't imagine that he's really going to ask for the police to be called and then drive off. I suspect that was just threatening and intimidating behaviour. Denied. Who denied being... Like, clearly there's a news justification for this. There have been 30 reports of issues.